This video is sponsored by PelucidFX.com. Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Greetings everybody, let's try to create the trading plan for gold market on the coming week. And on gold market, guys, is probably you also some time have made such sort of action when you see something really obvious on the market. This obvious stuff is very often give you some surprises and unexpected action. And as more obvious the pattern, as more we should expect some tricks from it, because it's really rare when you consider some obvious pattern and it works like in the book. So, and here with this head and shoulders pattern that now is forming on the gold market, we also see some sort of unexpected action that we unfortunately weren't able to predict and to foresee something somehow, because that action has come from unexpected bad and weak data from the China and from the United States. And as I said on Friday, it's even more curious when you see such sort of action when right one day prior this action the Goldman Sachs and the JP Morgan has released the new forecast for the gold market and has decreased the beacon level right to the 110.8 area, 1008, 1111 even, other words. So, and right on the next day you can see this really upward action. The second moment that's really a bit curious right now is that we see a bit contradiction between the fundamental events and fundamental data that we have right now in the gold market. I mean the decreasing of the physical demand in Asia. I mean the contraction of the storage of the greatest gold fund, the Spider Gold Fund, SPDR gold fund. Also, market is ready to enter in the seasonal bearish trend, and this Commodity Futures Trading Commission release the data that report that also doesn't show some significant support from the open interest of the current move to the upside. All these moments makes impact on the analytics, and different people analysis tell that this really could be some games of the speculators, of the big speculators, and this upward action could be really finished as fast as it has started. Well, but the technical picture suggests absolutely different thing, because on the monthly time frame chart we have the wash and rinse of the previous lows, and this really could be the double bottom pattern. On the you can see it on the weekly time frame, on the monthly time frame chart. Here market is forming the reversal pattern, the potential head and shoulders pattern. Okay, so this contradiction should be resolved in one side or to the another side, or some fundamental data should change in the nearest future, or the current technical picture should fail and market should show some action that will vanish the possible double bottom and could lead market really to the lower levels. That's why in the longer term perspective, unfortunately, we currently could be absolutely rely on some development, because yes, we see the signs of the improvement on the gold market. In the monthly time frame chart, probably we could get even the bullish engulfing pattern that simultaneously will be the washness of the previous lows, this potentially bullish pattern, but some fundamental changes we should see as well. Now we unfortunately do not see them. That's why currently it's better to be focused on just intraday charts on the daily time frame chart and make some very short-term trades. And on the daily time frame chart, we see that on Friday market still has continued to move up, and as it has happened in this market, hasn't shown any reversal right from the 1250 to 1263 area that we have suggested, since that was also significant resistance here. The market, by the way, has passed through the monthly pivot resistance one here. That is also a very significant moment in the longer term perspective. Well, anyway, the next level will stand right here. This is daily confidence resistance, 1280, approximately 1290. And between them stands the weekly pivot resistance one on the common wick. So if market will continue to move higher, that will be the perfect area where market could start this significant retracement down that we have expected to see early, but haven't got it yet. And in fact, for the daily time frame analysis, nothing has changed really, because our task here was we do not have any plans to take the short position here, because the daily trend is bullish, the weekly trend is bullish, and market is forming the reversal pressure. All that we need here is to get the nice area to take the long position, and we would like to see some value of the right shoulder, for instance around 1220 area that we previously have expected to see, but unfortunately haven't got it. And from that point of view, the analysis from the perspective of the daily time frame hasn't changed, and nothing curious has happened yet. So markets just continued to move higher and hasn't even started the creation of the right shoulder of the pattern. And from that standpoint, there's no really harm for the daily traders, because they just wait when this will happen. And the not bad chances to see it right from this area, because this really will be the significant resistance. This weekly pivot point, as I said, weekly pivot resistance 1, and confidence resistance. That also will be the subject of observation for the scalp traders, or at least for those who trade on intraday charts, because here market could form some reversal pattern that could trigger the downward action as the right shoulder. Because this consolidation, personally, I would not want to treat as the right shoulder, because it's too shallow, it's too small retracement, and market in fact should create something bigger to keep the harmony of this pattern. Because if we treat it as right shoulder, this pattern looks a bit skewed to the upside. It's not significant bounce to the downside to call it as the head and shoulders. Well, I think that market should show something of that sort. Besides, as you can see, that will be in fact the first swing up, reversal swing, and market should show some significant retracement after that. Well, on the common wick, guys, that's why I have the really big hopes on this significant resistance area, is that this finally will trigger some significant bounce to the downside. We'll see what will happen. As I said, that could be also the area where the traders who trade on the intraday charts start to search for the taking the short-term bearish positions. That's also possible. Well, on the 4-hour time frame chart, we have another detail, and we see that, recall this ABCD pattern, we said that market could show the retracement from that area. That was the minor 618 extension. Market has made an attempt to do this, but this retracement was not significant to call, as I said, this as the right shoulder, and market has continued to move higher. The next target stands right here, is 100% extension, 1283, and it stands in agreement with the weekly pivot resistance one. So in fact, we have the agreement on the daily time frame chart with the daily confidence resistance, and that makes this area is even more stronger resistance than only on the daily time frame chart. So that's why my thought is better and more safer will be just to wait a bit. It's not really a big distance to this area, and probably we should see the result of reaching this area somewhere in the second part of the common week, I suppose. So and it will become clear. If market will form here some reversal pattern, then we will try to rely on it, and maybe even we'll take the scalp short position, or at least it will be the sign that market is really should show something, and maybe will form this right shoulder that we expect to see. If market will pass it like it no exist, well, that will be another tune, and in this case we probably will have to review our analysis, and that will be a really significant moment. So we will see. But for me, it's a bit late to take any long position here, because market stands really close to the resistance. Well, That's why I think that's better to take the either short when the market will hit it, and then if it will form here some reversal, bearish reversal pattern, or if you trade on daily time frame chart, all that we could do it just to wait when the market will form will complete this reversal pattern, or at least will erase it by the breakout through this significant resistance. That will be also the significant information if this will happen, but that information will be of the another sort. We will discuss it if it will happen. So let's see what will happen in the nearest week, because it could be really very significant, especially at the eve of such significant events as the FOMC meeting that could make a significant impact on the gold market. And recall that on the 7th of February that will be again the debt sale of the United States. So if that will be the hot debates around it, so that also could make some impact on the gold market.